So we are going to rank all of the Dead by Daylight killers. First off, we need to establish some of the tiers. The daddy tier. And daddy tier doesn't have to just be that you are a daddy, that you just exude daddy energy. Like, when you pull me off of a pallet and you grab me by the throat and throw me up against the wall or on a hook, I'm not mad at it. Like, that is what I mean by daddy energy. Daddy tier. This tier list would be like, if they looked in my direction, I would probably faint. So we'll call this one daddy energy. That we're gonna go off energies on this one. Daddy energy. And then this one's gonna be faint energy. Or swoon. Let's do swoon energy. This one is like, they're hot in a unique way. They have their own internal beauty. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Bless your heart. Cursed energy. I'd rather get drunk on light beer. So first off, we've got the Trapper, who is my main. I really like the Trapper. I think the Trapper has some really hot points. He has really nice shoulders. He's got really nice arms. He's definitely got that vibe of like, you met on Grindr, but you didn't think he'd be so aggressive. But at the same time, you're not gonna turn around and go home. I think I would probably like say that he's got daddy energy, because probably when he slaps your butt, it's like chill and you're like, cool, I want to come back. Then we've got Freddy, and Freddy mechanically makes me feel really sketchy. Anybody who really likes using Freddy, there's something maniacal about those people. So I'm gonna say bless your heart for Freddy. Pig is kind of hot. She's got this nice wig that she got from Amazon. It is very likely a lace front. She does have these nice prosthetics, which are cool. Really, I think she's hiding her beauty from the world because she's afraid of what people are gonna think about her. So I'm gonna put her, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because probably deep underneath is a really vulnerable, beautiful soul, but it's just not ready to come out yet, which is why she wears that. And that's why she's always putting cages on people's faces too, because she just wants people to identify her inner struggle of not finding herself beautiful on the outside. So put on this ugly mask and it'll make everything better. Oh wait, is Freddy a ped? Let's go ahead and do this. Let's put him at the bottom. All right, we've got clown, and clowns already are not very hot or sexy. This particular clown has a laugh like he's been chain smoking at least a pack of cigarettes every hour for like the last couple of decades. I think that he goes in the bless your heart category because it's just like not really the vibe that I'm here for. Then we've got Spirit. Spirit is really hot. She's beautiful. She's got hair that goes up to the sky. She's really teased it back. She really looked at some Farrah Fawcett videos and were like, I want that hair. But she didn't commit all the way. She still kept her natural, which is great. Natural hair is fine. I think she probably could have gone for the big blonde updo. I think that probably would have looked good on her. But she does have all those limbs that are kind of detached from each other, which, I mean, I guess if you're into porous body parts, that's really the thing for you. I think that she's kind of hot in her own unique way. Maybe some people might want to put their fingers in those pores, so. And then we've got Legion. There are 4 of them. Legion is a mouth breather. And while I don't inherently dislike people who breathe from their mouths, because I understand that that's a thing that people have to do, it makes me feel uncomfortable when someone's running around with a knife and mouth breathing everywhere. It feels a little bit like that guy who used to follow around Helga Pataki. So I'm going to put it in cursed energy, because I think I would still probably bend over in the right circumstance. I don't think it would likely happen. All right, then we've got Plague, who is another porous BB. And she's kind of hot in her own way. She's got gold. She's probably rich. It makes people sick, which isn't very cool, like coronavirus. I think she might be an anti-masker if she were like in today's day and age. I know she came from ancient Babylon, so like things were different. They were afraid if they bathed, they would get hypothermia. So like it was like a different time and a different place. I still don't think that constitutes being okay with infecting people with a virus and getting people to like throw up everywhere. Throwing up is very not hot. And especially if you want people to think you don't have a gag reflex, vomiting everywhere is not the way to do that. So I'm going to put her in cursed energy. Then we've got Ghostface, who I think is very hot in his own way. Plus there's all those memes with somebody's legs over Ghostface's body as Ghostface is giving it to him real good. I think Ghostface would probably be like a really passionate lover who would probably murder you right after, and I'm here for that. So probably if I saw Ghostface on top of screaming, I'd probably swoon a little bit. And I mean, Ghostface looks like he's stacked. I feel like Ghostface very likely would have like a really big fat butt that you could grab on while he was doing whatever he's doing to you, and I'm here for that. And then we've got Demogorgon, who basically is like an inverted pastrami sandwich. And while pastrami sandwiches can be sexy to some people, it's not for me. I think the idea of all these teeth inside this mouth really make me suspicious. But also, like, Demo's body's kind of banging. So, like, I'm going to put it at bless your heart because maybe some people might want to fuck around with Demo. Oni low-key is a daddy. Oni low-key has daddy energy. He's got really big beefy shoulders. He's got really thick thighs. And I feel like he doesn't skip a day at the gym. Like, there are some of these killers that you can tell that they skip certain weekdays. Like, this one doesn't go to do leg day. I'm specifically looking at Deslinger. There are some who spend way too much time on leg day. I'm looking at you, Pyramid Poppy. But Oni goes every single day and works on different body parts to really stay thick. And I love that. So I'm going to put Oni at daddy energy. Then we've got Deslinger, who is a spitter. And they say that spitters are quitters. But I mean, sometimes it just doesn't taste very good and you gotta spit it out. So I think that probably I would swoon over Deslinger. I'd probably like be kind of about it because he is kind of cute. He's got that long hair, so there's something to pull on if you need to. He's got that cool hat. He looks like he might be a little greasy. So like, I don't know. I'm gonna put it right here. Then we've got Wraith, who kind of looks like a soggy piece of beef jerky maybe sat in a pool for a little while. But like deep down, there's probably somebody beautiful in there. I'm gonna say beauty is in the eye of the beholder because I think much like Pig, I don't think he's ready to show his true self, which is why he's invisible so often. He's just not ready for that. He's not ready for the commitment. And I respect that. I respect people's boundaries. Then we got Pyramid Poppy. Now Pyramid Poppy is thick as hell. He's got that booty. He's got that mask, which I'm fine with. Like, normally, I feel like covering your face is a sign of insecurity that you're not really prepared. But for Pyramid Poppy, I feel like it's like a Dom thing, where it's like, hi, Anon, I'm gonna, like, give it to you real good. You're gonna like it, but you're not gonna know who I am. Am I your boss? Am I your third cousin twice removed? Am I the guy that works at Jack in the Box? You'll never know. But I've got a thick butt, and you know that everything else is big too, so we're putting Pyramid Poppy at daddy energy. And then we've got Blight. Now, Blight's got that big mouth, right? Like, Blight's mouth is like dripping low. Sometimes when you say what that mouth do, you like really want to know. With Blight, you don't want to know what that mouth does because he's like low-key slobbering everywhere. And you know what? Slobber happens sometimes, drool happens. But when you walk around and you're just like drooling everywhere, it kind of turns off the mood. So I'm going to kind of put Blight down here in cursed energy. I don't think I really want to get drunk on light beer more than see Blight. But like, I also would feel really cursed being around Blight. Then we've got the twins, and first off, there's Charlotte, who is kind of an undetermined age, but then we also have Victor, and Victor appears to be a child, and children are not hot. I wouldn't want to be around Victor. Like, say you went on a date with Charlotte, and she's like dressed up really nice in like a fancy ball gown. She's finally let her hair down out of that little bonnet, and you like get to the end of the night, and you like go to have a real good time in the elevator as you're leaving down from the Skytop diner, you know? There's like a Ruby's up there that you left from, and she's like unbuttoning her shirt so you can like have some, you know, bra time, and you like feel in there and there's like a little baby. That would turn off the entire mood. Like, you'd want to probably jump out of the elevator and land in like the hotel pool. You wouldn't want to stay around for that. So like, Charlotte probably needs to go down, and I'd rather get drunk on light beer. Just like the baby titty is kind of strange to me. It feels uncomfortable, so she's out. Then we've got the walking trash bag / baked potato. This is Nemesis, who we love as a concept, but the fashion really isn't there. I really feel like Nemesis was on Drag Race, like, season 1, and they were like, the challenge is drag on a dime. And Nemesis was like, I've never sewn before, and takes garbage bags and just like wraps it around their body and duct tapes it, but not in like a fun Chi Chi DeVayne way where it was like great. It was just like in a really tacky, like Nisha Lopez kind of a way. And so it's just like not very good. The fashion's not there, but you know that there's a heart deep down. I think that probably Nemesis is beautiful in his own way, like probably underneath all of the mutation, there's probably somebody beautiful under there. He's unique in his own way. We've got Hillbilly, and Hillbilly has this face. Like, Hillbilly could really go on botched and probably really benefit from that. I really feel like somebody just didn't take care of this man, like didn't teach him proper skincare, didn't tell him about lotion or hydrating or staying in your lane. And so just over the years, Billy just kind of deteriorated facially, because I think he's got a heart. I think he's got a deep burning heart that just wants to be loved, which is why he carries around that chainsaw. You know, he's trying to scare people away. He just wants to be, he wants everyone to know that he's here, but he also wants you to be afraid of him. He's beautiful in his own way. He never learned self-care. That's a problem. We want to help people that haven't learned self-care. We want them to feel empowered. Then we've got the nurse, and the nurse screams like a bird. Birds are beautiful, but birds aren't sexy. And sometimes when you are meeting somebody for the first time and the first thing they do is scream like a bird, I think that would kind of turn off the mood. You'd probably like leave the Arby's and like never go back. So I'm going to say that probably Nurse is kind of in Beauty in the Eye of the Beholder, because like she's cool, she's powerful, she's fun. She murdered a couple people, like a couple dozen people, but still the bird screeching is really terrifying and disturbing, and frankly, it's just not okay. I'm gonna drop her actually down one more tier to bless your heart. Then we've got Myers, who everybody says is a daddy, and while I can agree that he does have some qualities of a daddy, I think this Party City wig is really disconcerting. Something about the way that it's been styled is really inappropriate, I think, for murdering people. I really feel like he could probably go for just a little tutorial on YouTube on just how to style himself a little bit better. But I still think if I saw this man coming at me, I wouldn't be angry. I'd be like, who's that man? Why is his butt so fat? Why are his shoulders disproportionately bigger than the rest of his body? Like, why did he only do shoulder day? But I'm not mad. Pick me up and throw me against the wall. Where are you putting that knife? No. Second date, sir. I'm gonna put him at swoon energy. Then we've got the hag, who is like really crispy and like really gooey and screams a lot and like puts little satanic stars everywhere. I think there's nothing inherently wrong with witchcraft or satanic stars. Like, if that's what you're into, love that for you. I really want you to keep embracing that. I don't really want to fuck with the devil. I think someone who keeps having to show themselves up in your life, like every time you cross these satanic stars, they just pop up and frighten you. It seems really clingy and really inappropriate. Like, I'm trying to date multiple people, like I'm trying to see many people, and you just keep popping up like you're here like a stalker, and I need space, you know? I'm like, I really want to try to get my hot Funyuns from the AM PM, and I would love it if you like stayed away and kept your distance. But no, you gotta be all up in my business again, like screaming and like, blah, and like, I don't know about that. So I'm gonna put her at bless her heart. There's potential, but right now, I'm just not seeing it for us. I don't think it's me, I think it's you. So, then we've got the doctor. The doctor is one of those people that probably talks in a movie theater, like really loudly, and probably also like is one of those people that keeps getting up from the window seat at the airplane to like push past the people to get into the aisle, but not to go to the bathroom or anything, just to walk up and down and like inconvenience everybody. And, like, every once in a while we'll just like check their luggage just to make sure. Like, they're one of those loud people, one of those people that thinks you want to hear about their Cirque du Soleil trip all the time. Like, let me tell you about the time I went to Vegas and went to Cirque du Soleil. And you're like, I don't care, doctor, you've told me 15 times. You mentioned it yesterday during your lunch break. And you're like, please stop talking to me. And then he's laughing at himself the whole time. I think it's very cursed to laugh at your own jokes. Like, if you're funny, sure, laugh at your own jokes. But like, when you're just like, I don't know, laughing at everything, nothing's funny anymore. So Doctor's cursed. Then we've got the Huntress, who, honestly, if we're all being real with ourselves and others, the Huntress is also probably in daddy energy. She walks around with a hatchet. And if you've ever been in love and haven't purchased like a hatchet or a chainsaw or something, you're not really in love, you know? There's got to be some level of like destructiveness that comes into that, I think. And I think she's embraced that. I think she's understood that. So that's why she's in daddy energy. She's fully got that. Like, if you're vaulting a pallet and she scoops you up by the neck, you're going to be like, keep humming to me. I'm ready for it. Put me on the ground. Put me over there. Put me on that hook. Put me in the basement, mommy. I'm here for this. Then we have Bubba. And Bubba is probably really greasy. I feel like you'd probably see Bubba and he'd be one of those people that would be like picking his nose all the time. And like probably flicking his boogers at places. Just like random spots. I feel like Bubba is another spitter. He fully understands that it's disrespectful and he does it anyway. And I'm not here to be disrespected. Like, I know that it doesn't taste that bad. You're just being dramatic. So, and on top of the booger flinging, like, I'm not here for it. I'm gonna say I'd rather get drunk on light beer. Plus, I really think he's got an unnatural connection with his mother. Like, wearing her skin is just like not a cool thing. I don't want to be murdered by him and then have my flesh suit being walked around in. Respect my body, respect my choices, cremate me when I'm dead. Don't wear it as a skin suit. I don't like that. Then we've got the Trickster, and some people believe that twinks can't be daddies, but I'm here to tell you the Trickster is a daddy. The way that he laughs, the way that he moves, the way that he does everything, the way that he breathes, the way that he farts, it's all daddy energy. And if you have a problem, you can speak to my lawyer. Then we've got Pinhead. And while I don't really know much about the Pinhead, I haven't watched Hellraiser. I don't really know anything about this man. He's got nail spikes in his face, which is kind of got that punk goth, like 2003. I'm so mad at my family, but I really need to act out in some way. I don't really know how to do it, so I'm gonna get aggressive facial tattoos and piercings to like really let them know that I'm pissed and I'm a serious goth. And there's something that's very cool about that, but in 2021 it kind of comes off as a cry for help. Like, leave the 2003s behind. Like, we're good to move forward. There's other kinds of goths now. There's pastel goths out there. There's cake goths. There's all kinds of goths. Like, go ahead and just embrace that future. Embrace the now. Stop living in the then. Like, I love that you love Hot Topic, but you don't need to tell me every 5 seconds. So, I mean, I'm here to support whatever anybody's gonna get off to, what anybody's gonna be happy with, but I really feel like in this situation, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So, right in the middle until I make a further determination. I think this concludes my tier list of the Dead by Daylight killers. From daddy to I'd rather be drunk on light beer. Thank you for watching this informative video, and I hope you learned something, and I hope you felt something inside your soul.